For the Lord also says, there shall be a season of unprecedented collaboration between the government and the various opposition parties. Then he also says, I am after the heart of the nation, and COVID became the rallying call. I will bring healing, not just to the COVID, but to the contentions within the nation. Then he said this, I wanted to have all the eyes and the minds and the hearts of the nation in one place, reflecting exactly what happened on the day of Pentecost, of which this is a commemoration. In the upper room, they were all together in one place, and the Holy Spirit fell. I decree then, God will heal our land and bless our land. Thank you.
Thank you for the reflection.
I tried fighting a losing battle against the kingdom of the Lord. But now I surely see things different while studying His word.
not by might, not by power, but the Spirit, says the Lord. They may come against me, but my strength has become my song. By your power, you parted the sea. Lift the scales from my eyes, I can see. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy. You have helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, hope of nations, you've become my salvation. Someone magnify the Lord with me tonight. Oh, not by might, not by power, but the Spirit, says the Lord. They may come against me, but my strength has become my song. By your power, you parted the sea. Lift the scales from my eyes, I can see. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy. You have helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, hope of nations, you've become my salvation. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy. You have helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, hope of nations, you've become my salvation. Come on, let's lift up a shout to the Most High God. Sing, mighty King, faithful one, you are holy, God Almighty. In Yahweh, we make our boast. You give us victory over mighty King, faithful one, you are holy, God Almighty. In Yahweh, we make our boast. You give us victory over mighty King, faithful one, you are holy, God Almighty. In Yahweh, we make our boast. You give us victory over our enemies. Yeah, yeah. By your power, you parted the sea. Lift the scales from my eyes, I can see. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy. You have helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, hope of nations, you've become my salvation. Sing Yahweh, you're so holy. You have helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, and worship Yahweh. Mighty King, you are the faithful one. We cry on Yahweh. He is a mighty King. He's a faithful one. You are holy, God Almighty. In Yahweh, we make our boast. You give us victory over our enemies. Mighty King, faithful one, you are so holy, Lord. God Almighty, in Yahweh, we make our boast. You give us victory over our enemy. Worship you, Lord. One shout on the name. Yahweh, Yahweh, we cry Yahweh. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Jesus. We worship you, King, yeah. I found love, it came down, spread its arms on a tree. And in those arms I found compassion, love's restoration, my soul guaranteed. Hope in you, I found hope in you. Oh Jesus, hope in you. I found hope in you. Worship the Lord our God, yes. He is our King, yes. You're worthy, Lord. Oh, yeah. Oh God, I found love, yeah. Spread its arms. In those arms, I found compassion, love's restoration, a soul guaranteed. Hope in you, I found hope. I found hope, Lord. Help me sing hope in you. I found hope in you. Oh Jesus, hope in you. I found hope in you. Hope in you. Help me sing, hope in you. I found hope in you. Oh God, hope in you. I found hope in you. Oh Jesus, be merciful, Lord, Almighty God.
Well, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Hope in you. I found hope in you. I hope that most of you who are home and safe are finding hope in God and not in man or in anything else. Thank you very much for being with me. If you are on Facebook, you're on YouTube, and you're looking at me, thank you very much for joining me on Facebook and YouTube. Also, you can share the live and let your friends and family know that I'm in studio today. Also, let me thank TC for holding it down. Yesterday, TC would have held the fort for me because, it would have been pretty difficult for me to reach here under the lockdown where transport wasn't readily available. All right, again, let me say good morning to all the viewers on Facebook and on YouTube. Those of you who are joining me, I want to appreciate you a whole lot. There's a lady who listens to me every day. When I'm making my way to work, she always acknowledges me and always say hello to me. And I want to say good morning to her today. I don't know her name. We normally do a formal hello to each other. So I don't know her name per se. But I know that she is an ardent listener to the Street 919 FM. Yesterday, this morning she told me, she said, Google, I missed you. And I really want to tell her thank you very much for, acknowledging the fact that, I wasn't here. And she appreciates listening to me. Remember, Mason Hall is in the house. Good morning, Mason Hall. And anyone else who coming on the live, let's let me know where you're coming on from. I'll have to scroll all the way up to see all who joining me. All right, and again, thank you very much for being with me. While I was home yesterday, I was listening to BBC and listening to some of the stuff that's happening outside of Trinidad and Tobago and the world. And while listening to BBC and listening to international news, and then there is a pastor who I listen to pretty regularly. His name is Dr. Jamal Bright. And Dr. Jamal Bright was talking about the Black Wall Street. And I'm trying to get an interview with Dr. Jamal Bright because Dr. Jamal Bright, I believe, is one of the pastors in America, in Atlanta, who is heavily involved in the restoration of the Black Wall Street. Apart from Dr. Jamal Bright, I know that there are other pastors who I am going to try to get in contact with from America who can give us a proper insight into this Black Wall Street history. Not what Google says, not what, but I am going to get proper information because apparently there are some real disinformation out there about this Black Wall Street and the reparation and the different things that's happening. So I'm going to get one of the men who is behind it, and there's also a pastor who I would have emailed. I emailed him yesterday also after seeing some of his stuff. and getting to realize that he is in the forefront also of this whole Black Wall Street stuff. So I'm going to get him also to talk to us. We need to get people reputable people who are actually involved in it. That was my take on it. When after listening to them yesterday, I sat down and I started just to write to some of them and just email them, just message them, and while messaging them, I realized that Bishop William Barber, that's his name, Bishop William Barber. His mother is still alive from that whole Black Wall Street issue. And when I spoke to him, I sent him a message on Facebook, and he was really excited about letting Trinidad and Tobago even hear from his mother, who was alive around the time of the Black Wall Street. And I spoke to him, I told him who I was and who I am and stuff like that, and he was really, really excited. He was happy. He was really, really happy to talk to me as a young man. As he said, as a young black man, he's really happy to chat with me and to let me know what's going on and what some of the information that is happening and how the reparation is going and the discussion is going. And I want to thank another friend of mine who kind of piqued my interest a little more about it. He's an adult listener also to the Street 919 FM, and he would have sent me some information, and I want to thank him very, very much publicly. I want to thank him for, sharing that information with me and giving me that information to look into. So I am looking into all the information that I'm getting. I'm looking into all the information I'm getting, and I am going to my best in sharing the information with you guys. Let me put it that way. All right, sharing the information with you guys. I'm going to do that. I'm really, really going to do that. So, a day after the curfew, well, how you all find it was? Did you find that it made any sense? Did you find that and before I go to the curfew, I want to say, I don't know how many of you are aware of a discussion that is happening with a man by the name of Dr. Chattergoon. So Dr. Chattergoon has been going on different media sites and having the worst to say about the Minister of Health, having the worst to say about a lot of things where the health system is concerned. And I have been listening to some of the people who he is linking up with, to have his conversations with, and I'm saying to myself, really, that's the way you want to get the attention of the authorities, by linking up with people who naturally have nothing good to say about the authorities. So clearly you have an agenda, but that's another talk, that's another discussion for another time. But I just wanted to put that out there for those of you who are aware of Dr. Chattergoon. It's going all over. He's chatting with people like Winston Ragu and all these other people who naturally don't have any good intentions of Trinidad and Tobago. All right, go to the phone lines 342-0081, 771-1791-466-5391. Remember, the GAP program is coming up at 10 o'clock. You need to get your GAP pills, get your information on the GAP this morning right here on the Street 919 FM. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Peter.
Hi, morning.
Thank you in advance, because this morning I called the Titans of Democracy asking for the same thing, that we look into this, the Black Wall Street and the Tulsa burning and stuff, because I started see it coming up in international news in America recently, and I started following up on it. And I watched a documentary. There was a documentary on history on the History Channel Sunday. I think they showed it about 3 times because this is the 100th year. And there are a lot of things that we don't know, a lot of things that Black Americans didn't know, because when I watched the documentary, young people in the 30s and 40s and say they never knew it was spoken of. Like when it happened, like the whole Black African community at that time just went silent. So it's in recent years they started talking about it until they exhumed some of the bodies in Tulsa right now. They exhumed some of the bodies where the mass graves, where they just bury people in mass graves. So I called this morning and I asked Dr. to do it, and I am so glad that you are going to be doing it and speaking to people out there, because I saw some ministers already talk about church that when the basement was remain, and they start building from that basement, build the church from that basement back up. So it's good for us in Trinidad. You know, people say some things why we don't think about what's going on in our country, but I always say if we follow the bad or we tend to look at the bad things in America when concerning African people, if this Wall Street, if this Black Wall Street had flourished, maybe all the Caribbean African Americans would have something positive and, you know, emulate them. So I am so glad that you are going to be doing it, and I will be all ears, because it's very, 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 very important to our existence here in the Western world as African slave descendants, because we had it, and I don't know, it's because of real jealousy and all the lynching. Oh my goodness, it's a sad story, but it's something we need to know. That history, that Black history in America, we need to know about it. So thank you so much in advance.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Pastor Google.
Yes, sir.
Pastor Google, yes, I too real excited. You just raised my spirit. It's something that I have been seeing. You see, I was trying to, gather, the actual events and, on how this thing was happening, how the people and them, how the law dealt with it at the time, and talking about the federal law. And these are some of the things I was, trying to find out, because, when you get to somebody giving their event of what they would have feel that happened, and then they wasn't getting it. I wasn't getting it from actually a source that actually happened. But it went down in the history of the United States that it was really barbaric and brutal, and that is why I can understand that the feeling of Black Americans to the state, because there were never any justice, even from Rosa Parks coming up the road, when Black people try to build a community business to give back to the United States. You have the people who would represent like clubs like the Ku Klux Klan and things doing that. And Pastor Google, before I go, I heard you talk about Dr. Chatagun. I saw a little piece in it. I was reading it on Facebook, but I didn't have time for that nonsense. But I could tell all. I remember Chatagun and them fellas was in the early days with I think it was Colin Imber as the Minister of Health, when Colin Imber was trying to get doctors to put in the full day's work at the hospitals. Then they formed Empath. Chatagun was one of them fellas didn't like that, because they talk about salaries and things. The government went ahead and increased the salaries for doctors and those things and that, because they were not paying the time at the hospitals and the RHs and those things, and they was only soliciting to their private business. Now, Minister Imbut at the time as head minister did not say that there, but you could read between the lines of what's happening, and people on the ground would know that. Once you go to the hospital and you know you're certain doctors and them, you know what time you could get them and everything. But in closing, what I want to say is that when this man could go and lobby fellas like Winston Raku, it really upset me. That's why I don't listen to them anymore. I know Winston Ragu personally from a long time. And if that fella tell you jump, run. If he tell you stand up, bolt. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Good
morning, Pastor Google. How are you?
I'm all right, sir. How are you?
I'm very good. You know this voice?
I didn't pick it up as yet.
You didn't know it, but Friday morning, I was sleeping, and Pastor was preaching. I think he's something Williams, Kevin Williams, or something like that, and he preaching and that's about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and the lady answering, and I catch myself on the back on the bed, and I hear like something in the belly. And the lady, we was backing him up, telling me, press it out. And I take me to one and I press it out. I think it was the Friday morning. And the Saturday morning I call you.
The Saturday morning you call me?
Yes. And I was telling myself, before I call you, like this morning I get up and take my communion, maybe some bacon and some water. And my mind running, I said, but how I was supposed to tell Pastor what happened, but my phone did cut. It's a long time. And why is that happening now? I said, but I supposed to pray for Pastor Google. I said, but anyhow, I can't bless him. I go ask God to bless him because he's the blesser. Bless both of us. And I got, I'm telling me, I'm sleeping on the because on my bed. And I listen to a lady talking and I said, well, this is, what time is this? When I Pastor Google and I get it. Anyhow, when I get when I get the healing, then I'm telling you the truth, I hear a voice on my left side of my belly, a woman voice, like she's boy, saying something, but the woman when the radio now, on the radio telling me, press it, put your hand on the voice and push it out quick, and the pastor preaching. And when I wake up this Saturday morning or Friday morning, when I wake up, I call you, and you tell me, listen to this tune. And then I tell you something I love this tune, but the tune I don't like because it beats in the tune. And in talking to you, you tell me, well, listen to the next tune and the phone cut off, and you call me back. And you pray for me, and you confirm it. Like how people say they want to shine and things, you confirm it. And I don't always trust you, and I always tell you don't make nobody poo-poo. So I call you to tell you this morning, God, don't forget God. I hear they say you're playing your chords, well, the same thing has happened to me. I don't know none but no scripture, but I know God is real. And Pastor Google, I tell you, God have your hands on you. Thank God, thank him all the time. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. God bless you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, Pastor Google. Top of the morning to you.
Hi, morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. I'm good in the name of Jesus. And to your family, how's your family doing?
Everybody is blessed.
Right, praise God. Pastor Google, I too am following the Black Wall Street and that Tulsa, Oklahoma, that atrocity that was done to those wealthy Black Americans. The banks, and the cars and the lifestyle, the wealth and the land and everything. White America, out of jealousy and hatred, burned everything to the ground. And I'm glad that you are getting people to come on.
Yeah.
White America must pay reparation and whatever it is. And I hope all the descendants who would have lost their family members, that they'll be compensated accordingly. That injustice, boy. And white America, certain white America, want to look down at African Americans as being, no good and what have you. But they don't know the history, or at least they know the history. But African Americans don't know the history, the young ones, of what went on, why they are where they are, and so on. That's like in Trinidad and Tobago, right? As my father used to tell us. When he drive up the Eastern Main Road, right, the East-West Corridor, was only black business, Bakeries, shoemakers, you had the little people with their shops and their parlors, what have you. It was Afro-Trinidadian businesses. and then something went wrong, and they lost everything. I don't know if they sold out and what have you. And when you drive up inside the East-West corridor, all you've seen is a different take to the whole thing. All these things we need to know. We need to tell our stories. To have other groups looking down on certain ethnic groups, on Afro-Trinidadians, because they don't know the history, right? But we had own these, as he said, we had own businesses going up the East-West corridor. And the same thing in America. We don't know our history, you know. And when you don't know your history, people could come and tell you anything to make you feel a particular way, which is all, as we know, the big lies. Big lies. So, Pastor Google, thank you for that. And when you're doing that, excuse me, I want you to do the history of the East-West corridor where there were black businesses. Bring it home too. Thank you, my dear.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Pastor Google. And have a blessed day one time, in case I forget to tell you. I'm Pastor Google. Is Carol was the last person who spoke there?
Yes.
All right. So I would like to tell her, find out who was the first franchise holder of BMW and how somebody else was able to, because I read the article a long time ago of the person who had held that franchise and what happened. Pastor Google, I don't know if you look at the international news and saw that so-called Indian businessmen were making fake COVID vaccine and selling it.
Yeah, I'm hearing about that.
Right. And so I'm wondering if some people in Trinidad would have take the opportunity to negotiate with these people to bring that into this country. This is a serious thing. And the government said they're going to only approve vaccine that is approved by the WHO. They just have to be careful and take care of their citizens. You can't just go over and go over the pharmacy, go into the pharmacy over the counter and buy a vaccine. You don't know where it's coming from and if it is approved, right? So people have to be very careful. And I also want to say to Trinidad, the African Trinidadian, they were the third set of people that entered this country. Well, of course, the original was the native, and then the Ethiopian, and then us. And so I'm saying it's up to you.
Yes.
It's up to you to do what you have to do to survive. Don't look at other people. You can emulate what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Do not, you sold your assets, you're selling everything, and now you're selling your soul.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hi, morning, Pastor Google. Are you talking about the Tulsa, Oklahoma fire? Is it that?
Join me. I know that I don't have much time again, but join me after lunch.
All right.
And you have to go onto YouTube and Facebook and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I got a video from one of the bishops over there. Giving me a little history on what we're going to be talking. What he wanted me to be aware of what we're going to be talking about. So he sent me a video of it, and I'm going to play it after lunch. I think it's one of the best videos or history videos I've seen in a long while.
On the Tulsa massacre.
Yeah.
Yesterday or the before yesterday, they celebrated
100 years. Yeah. So. Yes.
And there are people, the descendants of that generation, because there was an interview.
I have to go. We talk after lunch.
Indeed. Even if you see challenges, even if you feel it's too tough, if you feel you can't make it, just know
against the wall, and it looked as if it was over. You made a way, and we're standing here only because you made
Oh, yeah. No weapon formed against me.
Me
shall
too?
prosper.
Me too?
Well, no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
Against us.
No weapon formed against us shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. God will do what He said He will do. He will stand by His word, and He will come through. God will do what He said He will do. He will stand by His word, and He will come through. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. God will do what He said.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday at 9:05 to 9:55 a.m. right here on the street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
If you're a small or medium business looking to grow, then you simply need more customers. This is where we can help. Did you know people are Googling keywords right now for your products and services, but they can't find you? We help small businesses just like yours take advantage of online ninja advertising techniques to get more customers and more sales. Did you know there are thousands of businesses in Trinidad and Tobago that are not properly taking advantage of online marketing strategies? This means there's plenty of opportunity for you. We can help you put together targeted marketing campaigns using Google, Facebook, Instagram, etc. to get you more customers, all while spending pennies on the dollar. Give us a call today for your free business consultation. Call 363-4030. That's 363-4030. One more time, 363-4030.
Hey, you keeping safe? I hope so. I don't really know what will happen when everything will back up, but the line had to go on. But in the meantime, just come online with the line wire. I'm on the street 919 FM every Saturday